One of the most real chilling modern elements in existence is the deep web. It has all the ingredients to be the most delicious dessert of creepypasta or conspiracy, with one subtlety. It exists, and many people have gone to jail for uploading there the most terrifying and inhumane content you can imagine. These are just a few examples of the real content that exists on the deep web and that presents the dark and most secret side of the human collective. Real cases that fuel all kinds of conspiracy theories. At first, it was thought that videos like those shown in No Limits Fun were fake, that they were just rumors. No one could create something as horrific as that, until Interpol gave us all some sad news. All the rumors were true, and the person behind the creation of those videos was now in custody. Since the arrest of Peter Scully, the whole world knew that things as perverse as those could exist. And today, I bring you the case of a new website taken from the deepest corners of the deep web that, due to its extensive evidence in photos and videos, is probably real. Shiloh Hill is a TikTok user who resides on the social network under the name Thundergeck. But if his face looks familiar, it's because Shiloh is a popular WWE wrestler who, long before becoming famous, already had a tendency to wander the dark corners of the internet. Fascinated with everything related to online mysteries and computing, Shiloh was a regular visitor to the deep web and dark surface forums, where he learned to hack. In this particular video, he's seen demonstrating to his audience how the hacking program he has allows him to create a virus capable of taking control of another computer.
And then on my lap, if you've ever wondered what a hacker sees when they hack your computer, today's your lucky day. So on my desk right here, I have a regular PC, and then on my lap, I have a computer running Metasploit. Metasploit is a tool that a lot of hackers and pen testers use to gain control of other computers, and you can use it to generate custom rats, or viruses that give you remote access. So I generated this on the other computer and I'm about to run it on here. Now nothing happens on this computer when I run the file, but on this computer you can see that a new connection's been started. So there is like a ton that I can now do on this computer that affects that one. For instance, I can type PS and see every process that's running on that computer, so all the apps and programs that are open. I can also take a screenshot and it's saved to this computer. There it is right there. I can take a picture on any of the webcams. I just took one with that webcam right here and it's seeing the back of my computer. You can also open or close any windows, record from the mic, get all their stored passwords. You can also start a keylogger so that when they type on the computer, you can then dump that and see everything they typed. And you can also just start a shell, which enables you to do anything that you could do from their computer. So when people tell you not to click on random files on the internet or from wherever, that's why.
But beware, he's not just an amateur. Although his appearance doesn't give it away, Shiloh holds degrees in computer engineering and a master's degree in computer science, both from Stanford University. We're not dealing with a stubborn amateur here. This guy knows what he's doing. At the beginning of this year, I told my audience about some interesting news for all those who browse the deep web. It was rumored within the same dark web that the creator of Silk Road had managed to buy his freedom in exchange for $600 million, thanks to studying the cryptocurrency movement of wallets that had been dormant since the website's creation. Indeed, a few days later, Ross Ulbricht, the founder of one of the most dangerous sites on the deep web, was pardoned from his 3 life sentences, gaining complete freedom. He received a full and unconditional pardon, and Shiloh reported this news almost as a scoop, as he is a regular visitor to these sites. So it's no surprise that while browsing the deep web regularly, he came across something that caught his attention and that is now changing his life for the worse. In a video published on May 27th, Shiloh told his audience how a few days ago, while aiming to discover more sections of the deep web, he came across a new site, a site that didn't have many references. His name was Shoeman. Here, Shiloh was showing the site while commenting on the site's lack of context. It was just a simple catalog with a shopping cart and a pile of old shoes of all styles. The strange thing here was that each shoe had a person's name instead of a model, brand, or serial number. Just a name, no description, and he also showed us an expensive price for such dirty old shoes. Some had clear bloodstains on them. Shiloh thought it was simply a prank, a scam, another one of those fake sites aimed at infecting curious people. So he armed his machine with malware proofing and decided to place a Bitcoin order, knowing full well that nothing bad could happen to him. He browsed for several minutes until he found the Wayland's 29s, the only ones that fit his foot size. Even though they cost $129, he'd already bought things on the dark web dozens of times and knew how to avoid scammers. He believed with 90% certainty that he had been scammed. He knew that almost everything sold on the deep web was either a scam or a virus. But a couple of weeks later, the boots arrived at the designated collection point.
So y'all know I ordered some shoes off the dark web, and while I was at work I got the notification that they just got delivered. I'm headed to the P.O. box right now to go pick them up. Good to go. Got something. Sure why boots would be fragile, to be honest. Brothers nowhere, I just dropped this down the stairs.
And to his surprise, in addition to the boots, inside the package came a VHS. This VHS was unexpected, and without a VCR, he had to wait for the tools to arrive so he could watch it. In the meantime, he had everything ready to test the boots.
Alright, what's up guys? So here's where we're at currently with the boots. I just got the blacklight in the mail. For the blacklight to work, we need something called luminol, and Amazon says it should be here in a couple hours. I think I'm going to be at work by the time it gets here, but I'll show you what I learned last night. Last night I ordered some hydrogen peroxide, and when I dab some on the clean parts of the sole, nothing really happens, but when I dab it on the more suspicious parts, it does foam up. So, according to ChatGPT, there are a lot of false positives that will also cause foaming with hydrogen peroxide. So I'm waiting on the luminol to try to figure out what this is. In regards to the tape, I am going to get a VHS player. But yeah, so until that stuff comes, we just know they're dirty boots. And I'm really thinking about wearing them to work tonight.
He sprayed the boots with luminol. If they reacted to the ultraviolet light, then it was indeed blood. Things were starting to get dark. He thought it would just be paint, And now, with the VHS system connected, he worked up the courage to watch the contents of it, a video more than an hour long, so it will only show you the most important things. The video featured a bunch of old footage played in reverse. And so in total, there are approximately 5 videos of people in clearly compromising situations wearing those boots. I'll let him explain it to you.
Okay guys, so I posted the full VHS on my YouTube today. If you are easily freaked out, don't watch it. There's a lot of weird stuff in there. Basically, it's just a bunch of messages and old movie clips pasted together, and then there are a bunch of slots called submissions, where it just says like a name and submission. Some of those submission spots have videos inside of them where the boots are shown, and if those are real, they're pretty messed up. I now know why they asked for my name, because there's a slot with my name created in there, but there's no video in mine. Right here really bothered me. I'll show you why. I posted that to my subs only, and someone said to rewind it, so I did that, and it says this.
The devil knows that. I heard her moving things all around that room all night. Never heard such goings on. She wouldn't let me in her room this morning.
She's
a strange one.
So yeah, it's just weird. I need to figure out if the clips of the shoe stuff is like real or fake, because if it's real, it's bad. People have realized some creepy stuff, like the names of the submissions that got rejected are also the names that are on the site. Once more people watch it and kind of come up with more information, I'll post a full analysis. Until then, bro, I probably watched this whole thing like 9 or 10 times. It's getting to the point now where when I hear people not talking to rewind, it sounds weird. So I honestly need to take a break for a little bit. Also, I think it's unrelated. I got a skin infection on my leg, which I honestly don't think is from the boots, but I'm now on antibiotics, so great.
That thing you see behind him is simply a robot he created himself. A robot he sometimes talks to, since it has some kind of ChatGPT installed with access to the deep web. But that's irrelevant to this case. After this video, Shiloh became somewhat paranoid, thinking this might not be a hoax, but real. So he decided to examine the boots and found that one of the soles was hollow and had a GPS inside.
That chip is called an A9G. Here's a GPS, and that is a cellular antenna. It also, importantly, has a SIM card. I searched the other boot and the inside of the VHS. I also searched all through the box and the bubble wrap. And the lights that were blinking on the chip when I opened it up mean that it was connected to cellular and had a GPS signal. But it stopped blinking like 5 minutes after I made the video, and I haven't seen it blink since. So I'm not sure if it can be like remotely shut off, or it just died, or if it has like a power saving mode. I don't know, I'm really not sure how that's working, but it was definitely flashing when I found it. I'm gonna check out the SIM card or order a burner phone to like put the SIM card into to try to see what network it is. I also might be able to actually connect to the chip and see what code it was running. I'm cautious to like cut the power to the thing or put it in a Faraday cage, because I don't want whoever is monitoring it, if there is someone monitoring it, to like see that the signal's lost. But yeah, I've been really busy with wrestling the past couple days, and I'm gonna be for like 2 more days, so I'm hoping tomorrow at the very least I'll be able to make a video analyzing the whole VHS tape situation. So see you soon.
A little scared, Shiloh began analyzing the tape to see if there were any clues that all this had consequences for him, and noticed some patterns. This video appears to be a random recording of a bunch of TV shows, with some messages and other people's recordings recorded over it. Before each of these interruptions, a short title appears, like Michael's Submission, which means something like Michael's Acceptance. Then the interruption continues, and after the video, it says either accepted or rejected. The troubling thing is that near the end of the recording, there is a title for Shiloh to send his delivery. Instead of a take, there's the normal tape with the film running in reverse. So it's assumed that's where Shiloh has to record over it. But with what? From here we can theorize that the game goes like this. If you don't add a video to the recording, or if your video is deemed invalid, you'll be added as a potential victim. The question now, which isn't explained anywhere, is how much time do you have to return the video, or where you should return it? What happens if you don't comply? What happens if your segment is rejected? Shiloh, thinking that all this was nothing more than games, allowed the days go by. But out of sheer curiosity, he re-entered the site, which now no longer exists. Because of this, he decided to reverse engineer the tracker they placed on him and realized it was trying to send his location to a phone number. When he tried to call, a threatening voice appeared, telling him it knew what he had done and would look for him. He jokingly responded, still thinking it was all a bad prank, and told the man he would go and find him himself, using a mocking voice.
Here it is.
But days later, he receives a text message from that number. It's as if the previous owner wanted to take down that website by tracking its location, but it didn't work because the boots never arrived at a specific location, but apparently at another collection locker. Suddenly, Shiloh stopped uploading videos to his account, and people started to get scared. They flooded him with messages, thinking that the worst had happened. So he uploaded this video.
What's up, guys? So I've been getting a lot of requests for updates on the dark web shoe situation. I'm really sorry, but right now I don't think I can post anything about it. I don't think I can even really explain why I can't post anything about it. I'm still waiting to hear back about that. I promise you, it's a good reason, and if you knew why, you would understand. But for now, you just gotta trust me. I'll post something as soon as I can.
Something probably happened. You received a message, or you learned something else that led to a police investigation. The last thing he showed his audience was that his name appeared listed on the shoemaker's dark web. His name, age, and price appear, an unusually high price. What's going on? Some believe that price is the reward for his hitman. It's been several days since the last post regarding the situation. He says it's become delicate, and he has people working on it. What do you think about this case? Could this be some kind of disturbing game like the ones that actually happened at the Cannibal Cafe? Is it real, or is it simply a social experiment? You know what's the scariest thing? The TikTok people managed to find a certain Waylon Eugene Burnett. In one of his videos, he showed off his boot collection. He keeps uploading his videos. But remember, the owner isn't the one who dies. It's the one who commits the crime. Perhaps the same guy who tried to text him. This is one of those stories worth knowing and following, because if it's real, Shiloh could be in serious trouble. Tell me what you think, since this video has already ended. My name is Leonore Clay, and this was the darkest secret